the 20.
Right, to a marriage. They're talking about 3,000 years. No. They're busy with it right now. They're lying to you. They're devils. That's what they do. Nothing out their mouth you should trust. Only wickedness. Then you could be like, I do think that's what they're doing. That's the one that you should be kind of leaning toward, like, yeah, I believe that one. But when it comes to, this is for the good of mankind. Right. You should laugh at that one. Anyway, the descendants of the genetic upper class would be taller, slim, healthy, attractive, intelligent, and creative, and a far cry from the underclass humans, who would have evolved into dim-witted, ugly, squat, goblin-like creatures. They want to make you small. Race ironed out. Extermination is what this fucking means, if you don't know. It means extermination for other people. If no flesh will left to be safe if the Lord doesn't intervene. This is their plan. Just like the book of Psalms. Sorry. They're going to be caught in their own tricks. They plan extermination, the Most High is going to exterminate them. The Lord is known for the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hand. You want to make people small? You want to exterminate people? Got that. Bet. Gotcha. Psalms 10:2. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. So the things that they imagine for others, let them fall into it. And they will. Race ironed out. That means extermination for other people. Except them. That's what they think. But in the nearer future, humans will evolve in 1,000 years into giant beings. Into giants between 6 feet and 7 feet tall. He predicts while lifespan will have extended to 120 years. This guy claims, whatever. Physical appearance, driven by indicators of health, youth, and fertility, will improve, he says, while men will exhibit symmetrical facial features, look athletic, and have square jaws, deeper voices, because that's what they long for. They long for this. They don't want to sound like, hey, my name is Peter, and I come to play games, yay! That's why they fuck kids, right? Anyway, so it says here, the voices, deeper voices, and bigger penises. They've been, boy, I don't even have to talk about that. Anyway, they're obsessed. They're obsessed here. Here, let me see here. I'll just click this one.
Doctors in the Netherlands.
Doctors in the Netherlands? I just heard that real quick. Let me see. There's so many of Edomite girls themselves. No, let me see here. Black men. White woman says her people are obsessed with, so-called black people. But you have others. I think it's more on TikTok, but I'm not on TikTok. But I've seen a few clips and stuff like that. They push clips and all that there. Anyway, white woman says they're obsessed with them. They talking about so-called black men penis all the time, and these white women are talking about it. When they with their white friends and stuff like that, Did you take black cock? All these they're angry too. I'm telling you, they're obsessed. This one says it. They're obsessed more about the so-called black man's dick. This one too. That's a Latin guy. The girl that he likes so much. She actually had, she had some brown things up in her. And not some brown from some other brown person. I mean, like, darkness. Darkness came up in the building. Yeah, I think she's again with the same video. Anyway, there are a lot of them are talking about, because they're around them. They're talking about, hey, these white boys, they talk about black dicks all the time. All the time. And they've been doing this for hundreds of years. They not started, but they had our dicks in pickle jars on acid. I don't think it's called acid. It's called asijn here, but vinegar. It's called asijn in the Dutch, but yeah, on vinegar. But anyway, so yeah, they're obsessed with it because they want it for themselves, and they're probably gonna fuck each other because that's what they are. Oh, I'm gonna show my manhood and make that other man crumble. They're not about putting it on women and stuff like that. That's not their thing, That's not their thing. Okay, anyway, women on the other hand, big eyes, perky, well, whatever, hairless skins, because you bitches is hairy as fuck, but receding. Not all of them are hairy, but I've seen some hairy bitches, especially them Amalek whores. God damn, the filthy motherfuckers. Anyway, so this goes all back to a movie well, it's actually a book from 1895. The book, but there's a movie called The Time Machine. You have two of them. The one is more modern, like this one, and there they put so-called interracial thing, but that's not the fucking movie. That's not the plot of the movie nor the book, because that thing was written on some extreme hatred, which I like that one better. Why? Because these devils are telling the truth there, what they want. When these devils incorporate like interracial, they're lying to you. They're lying to you. Let me see. No, not this one, man. Not this one. Not this one. 19. The movie. I want the movie. I didn't see that one. I saw this one. This one. The movie. 1960s. This is what they want in the future. In the movie, this is what they want. This is their utopia. A whole group of only this. This is what they want. These are the ones. Then they say these one looks perfect and beautiful and all that there. And this is the rest of the people living underground. That's where they want you. Underground. But they made them so-called blonde, but that's not what they mean with it. That is not what they mean with it. See the green skin? It should teach you some. But anyway, it should tell you something. But anyway, so it's talking about black people or people that are a little bit more darker than them. And, but yeah, their utopia is a whole upper world where everybody is up on the world. It's blonde. And you have that also in Demolition Man, where you have the people living in sewers and stuff like that. Right. But anyway, I'm going to another story right now. The point is, this movie is very good. I watched it, and I liked it more than this one. What was it? 2003? 2002. Sorry about that. Because you see this here, they made them new, but this guy, and then here, there you go. They put this chick now. But you can see she's mixed up. I don't know if she's a Edomite or not. I don't care. I didn't look it up. I know what I see. I see that what they want is they want that melanin. Hey, why don't I see the cast of the people? Normally you do see that, but let me see here. Cast. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. You know what? I don't know. The thing is, they have changed the Google thing to where it's kind of irritating now. Oh, sorry, maybe because I did this. Oh, sorry about that. But normally it would correct me, because I know that they changed the Google thing, because I can't get definitions anymore. I do get this one though on Google itself. For example, if I type this, then it does say this, So if I do this, then it does say, if I click 2 times, it does say this, but I don't want this. I want this here. But, you know, as with the devil, they change stuff. That's what they do. So I'm supposed to be used to that. You know, but anyway, her. I haven't looked her up. I don't know what she is. She could be a Jake from her father's side. I don't know. I didn't look it up. Or maybe I did, but I forgot it. I don't know. But I see here what she has. So I already know what they did, little tear baby. Even if she's an Israelite. Let me see. Even if she's an Israelite. Huh? What? Huh? Wow. Oh, okay. I don't know. Let me see. From 2012, she's married to him. How come that little baby look like that? It's possible. I don't know. Wow. Okay. I don't know. She has one daughter? Yes, that's an okay family. Yes, that's a daughter. If that's her daughter, maybe her skin color needs to come in yet, or she just, I don't know. She just got it from her. Sometimes when they get older, they get darker. That's a possibility too. I've seen that. I've seen this. I have family members that their hair used to be this color when they were small, and then when they got older, they got this color. I'm not kidding you. I'm dead serious. So yeah, I do know that, but I looked at it like it's the Edomite. See, of course I'm wrong. I can be wrong. So it's that I just wanted to say, see, even I could be wrong. I'm fucking wrong all the time, man. Shit, I'm wrong right now. How about that? But yeah. So I don't know. Anyway, I need to look up a little bit more since I looked at it now, so I just need to go watch it again. Then, and not again. I mean, like, you know, after this, it would be the second time. You know what? I kept on talking. Sorry about all this, man. The point is, they have plans for this world, and their plans is the extermination of the rest of the people, and everybody be ironed out. And they want to make you small. That's what they want, and that's what you could see here. And these have been planned since 2006. And when did that movie Idiocracy come out? It came out in 2006. And The Lone Tick, it came out in 2007. Because they want to make you smaller and dumber. So smaller, dumber, and uglier. And let me see. It's 2006, sorry. Because it shows you right here. 2006. I wanted to type in what year that it came out. No.
The 21st century began. Human evolution was at a turning point. Natural selection, the process by which the strongest, the smartest, the fastest reproduced in greater numbers than the rest, a process which had once favored the noblest traits of man, now began to favor different traits. Most science fiction of the day predicted a...
That's where we are right now, in this age, when they favor more things like, you know, tits and just appearance. That's the point.
Most science fiction of the day predicted a future...
Just bullshit.
...that was more civilized and more intelligent.
That's why I'm telling you, they're lying to you. When they show you something, they're lying. You need to look at the bad thing. You need to look at this. Here. This is what you should be looking at. What they want to do. They want to have people. Let me see, people. They want to have here, right? Robotics. This is the type of thing that they want to do. I'm not saying that they're going to do it, but because, you know, how can I say it, boy? They want to connect people to internet. They want to make people have prosthetic type of arms. And wait, let me show you here. these type of things. They want people to be walking around like this. That's what they want. That's more the truth. When you see these cyberpunk movies and cyberpunk cartoons and stuff like that, you see the filthiness. Like, God damn, these people are devils, man. That's what the future that they want to. Can you imagine? Yeah, they imagined that. Yeah, well, why do you think that they have a movie of it? Because that's what he imagined. That's why they make the movie. But yeah, those are the type of things. And then you will have people going around stealing body parts from other people and stuff like that. It's just some crazy shit that these cave monkeys is thinking about, man. But that's what they want to do. This is the thing that they envision. This is not fake. They want this. I see it in their movies. I see it in their cartoons. You should watch this cartoon. I normally don't watch stuff like this. Cyberpunk. This one. Boy, this was dope. But I found it filthy at the same time. You know? He slowly but sure... You know, I don't want to tell the story. But the point is, in this little world, you have people that will willingly go and change body parts. Oh man, it's disgusting, man. But I watched it and I liked it actually very much. But it shows you what type of world they want to create. Also with the thievery and stuff like that, stealing people's body parts, man, and of course crimes, chopping up body parts. That's this one. That's this one. But I saw the manga is actually a little bit worse. When I say manga, I'm talking about the cartoon. I'm not reading nothing. Because nowadays I understand that manga is a book. Yeah, I'm not reading books, bro. I'm watching the movies, actually. I don't want to say anime because it's stupid. But this one is good. You should watch this one. Now, in the ancient one, there's 2 of them. Because they wanted to sell you a this one? VHS. They had 2 of them. But in total, it's actually... In total, it's actually 1. But back in the days, they wanted to make money, so they cut it in 2. They cut it in 23 minutes or something like that, 25. And then the other one was 25 minutes also. In total, it would be an hour. This one, 1993. It is an hour, something like that. But they cut it in 2. Let me see. The 2 episodes you see are often edited together into one single thing, 60 minutes. But back in the days, it was not like that. You had to buy it on VHS, which is this thing. This video tape thing. This one. And they made money with that one. Because it was like, what, 50 euros or something like that? So 2 times 50 is 100 something. But it wasn't euros back then. It was guildens. But that's another story. But yeah. 2 episodes. It was just one movie that they cut in 2. But nowadays, you know, people have their own supercomputers. They can stitch it together without needing a fancy studio worth fucking tens of thousands of dollars or something like that. They don't need that no more. You can do anything at home now. Music, anything, movies. You can do anything at home now, Lord willing. That's why they try to make the RAM prices go upward. That's why they're trying to make the not trying. Wait. That's one of the reasons, by the way, not just one reason, but that's one of the reasons why it went from 200. So this is like what? 64. This DDR5. So that was a little bit, not always more expensive, but a little bit more expensive than DDR4. So DDR4 is now out the roof, man, is high. But anyway, this was around 200. And now it's like, what, 600? It just went down a little bit. You know, how the market goes. But anyway. So yeah, now it's what, 600 something? But it used to be like 200. So it jumped up to, what, 400 more? 400 plus more? What? And this is not the only thing. You have the SSDs, hard drives. You know, it's all bad, man. But they don't want you to be able to be doing stuff for yourself anymore because they want you to subscribe to, for example, the Chat GTP. Yeah, Chat GTP. They want you to subscribe to it. You don't have software that you can buy and own anymore. Everything needs to be a subscription because if you are able to have this, you can do your own thing. They can't lease it to you no more. You're going to own nothing and be happy. And therefore, you can now rent. You can now rent a GPU. A lot of people work with computers nowadays. So you need this. You don't need the fancy ones, by the way. But a lot of people, especially so-called content creators that do stuff on YouTube, you need it. You need these things. Or else you can't do shit. You can't do anything. But they're going to make it to where you need to rent them now. Because they're going to make it so expensive that you can't buy it. Especially as an entry level person. If you're just entering the so-called market, yeah, it's going to be hard for you to buy it. But if you're already kind of established, you got money and stuff like that, you can buy it. But then there's a small percentage of people that will stay on top and get higher. But the people on the bottom will stay there because you can't get there unless somebody throw you a bone. And they're not going to do that. Because their design for this planet Earth is cyberpunk, and their design is you're going to own nothing and be happy. Everything is going to be rented out to you. That's why all the computer parts are so expensive right now. A hard drive, GPU, RAM, all the things that you need in order for you to be able to play around with the software, which is the so-called AI thingy, those things. You can't because they're going to make it that you can't. You know, how to keep a bitch broke. A pimp, he will not want to have his women have freedom and all this money because they're going to leave. They don't need you no more. Therefore, you suppress them. I'm not saying that you should. I'm not saying I'm pimp because that's not, I'm giving an example. They suppress them and make sure that they will always need money instead of just having money. Now them girls got OnlyFans. They don't need a pimp. So they can do more things, have fancier cars. The pimps, they got more money than the pimps right now because they have their pimp, which is the electronic guy that set up the website. He's the pimp. And then he gets a cut from all the money of all the guys the caucus guys, Edomite, that pay these girls for the OnlyFans thing, right? He still gets the money. He's that invisible pimp. He's not invisible, but he's behind the scenes. You can't really see him. She's in the safety and comfort of her own home. She can do whatever she wants. She's kind of safe to a certain degree, especially from physical harm, unless they catch you on the street trying to do something. But yeah, a lot of people are going to see you. So they can do their little thing and stuff like that. They don't need a pimp. And you can't control that because, well, as a pimp, I'm talking about as a pimp. I'm not trying to control them. I'm giving you an example. As a pimp, you can't control that because she has the freedom to do whatever she wants. But if she's under you, you make sure that she doesn't have enough money. Sorry, let me say it again. You make sure that she doesn't have a lot of money, but just enough to keep on coming back to you like, hey, can I have your money? Because she doesn't have the fancy life. But if she's unconstricted, then she could do whatever she wants. Okay. That's what Esau does to the whole public. He makes sure that you don't have enough money to be independent off of him. Not independent, because we all depend on each other. You do need pilots, people that fly planes in order for them to fly stuff from one place to another. Not everybody wants to be a pilot. Not everybody is a pilot. And you're not going to make it as everybody. A few people, those are selected. You have not everybody is a truck driver. Therefore, you need truck drivers in order to bring the food from certain places to places because he really likes driving. So you give him the job. He wants it. He's going to look for the job like, hey, I want to be the truck driver because, I like that. And then you need him. If you have businesses and stuff like that, you need this guy. And you need people that drive big boats bigger than fucking buildings and stuff like that. You need them because not everybody wants to stand or sit at sea for the majority of their life 24/7 all day every day, just looking and then seeing water for a big portion of the year, boy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't have that type of mindset nor spirit. The book of Sirach 38 talks about these type of people that the Lord created them. He made them in order for society to function. I can get that real quick. But the point is that wait, let me wait a second. The point is that if you keep a bitch broke, then they will always need you, and then they will not be able to be free to do certain type of things. That's why you pay them a certain salary, but the things are getting more expensive, but you keep their salary just enough so that they keep staying poor. Because if you look at other countries, if you go there, you spend like $5 or something like that. You can eat almost for a whole week. But when you go with that same money, the same food, by the way, you go to the own countries, not own countries, but I mean the countries in Europe, boy, you're going to pay up to 70 euros for a plate of fucking fries, man. I saw that shit myself, man. I know what I'm talking about. A plate of fries and a piece of chicken, yeah? 70 euros. I'm like, what? But that's only in the restaurants, man. When you go to them fancy people. When you make it at home, that thing is like, what? A sack of potatoes is like, what? €3, and you buy the ketchup and the tomato and the mayonnaise and some pepper, all three of them. It's like maybe €6 put together. So in total, you'd be like lost under €10, something like that, right? Come on, man. And you can eat multiple times here. You can eat multiple times, man. You know, you got 1 kilogram. It's not, well, how much? It's not much, man. It's like not even €3-4 or something like that. And this is a small one, by the way. You got bigger ones. But anyway, yo, boy, they're playing with you. But yeah. Damn it! Oh yeah, this is what I want. So I just glanced over it. So Sirach 38 and 32. Without these type of men, you have the potter making stuff. Okay, you have the smith making stuff. You have the carpenter and workmaster making stuff. You have the farmer with his furrows here. Where is it again? The farmer with the goat, the ox and stuff like that, the bullocks. You have him. You have the carver. They make stuff. They fashion things. Okay? It says here, without these cannot a city be inhabited, and they shall not dwell where they will, nor go up and down. Basically, it's kind of confusing, but it shows you that it actually means that they will not be travelers like that. You know? They will always maintain themselves in like one place in order, because they're needed. And it's not only because they're needed, it's because they don't desire to travel a lot. It's always in these type of people, their spirits. They always stay in one place. It's really weird. But then again, it isn't, because you know that the Lord created him. Verse 34. But they will maintain the state of the world. That's what they do, these people. Farmers, plumbers, anything that works with stuff to be made where people can inhabit. Gardeners and stuff like that. Well, not really needed, but you know, they're there. Clean up guys. Like, for example, sometimes they go on, oh yeah, I wanted to say strikes. I wanted a garbage here. After a soccer play, this is what's left, and then the people come to clean it. If they're not here, then a lot of people will die from these pollutions, like these fumes that will come eventually, because these things stink. And these are just plastics, but you have other things, like, for example, here. Here, there you go. All over Europe, you have these type of things. In Paris is this one. Of course, it's clean now, yeah, because they came and cleaned it. But this is what you have in India. People over there don't clean it. The government doesn't send people to go clean it and stuff like that. But all these countries, France, you have Spain, Netherlands, everywhere. Here, you can type it. Spain. When they go on strike, this is Spain, right? They have these things. Then you have, let me see. You have Germany. You have when they go on strikes there, even in the winter time. They go on strikes because they refuse to work. They want more money. Because if you actually think about it, They actually are the ones that are making sure that you get to walk around without needing a mask from all the damn fumes that could come off of these things. You got baby diapers, but that's not really bad. You got for diseases, but you got other things that you'd be like, hey, cover that thing up, man. Shit, you finna get sick with that shit around here, man. So you have those type of things. You have you got the Netherlands, you got the England. Listen, you can type every country in Europe. You can type the name behind it, and then you're gonna see. You know, you go. This is what you go. She look how she walking. She got the nose. She got the. You need to cover your nose, man. Start living here every day, breathing these fumes, and see if you're not gonna start coughing. Like, hey, man. Start getting sick. Shit start attaching itself to your lungs. You need to be walking around with this, cause you're finna get sick. Eventually, might not happen today, but keep on breathing that thing in. See what happens to you. Just do it. Just do it like Nike. So you do need these people. You know, you do need these people. These are the ones that keep society going, but they're not being respected. But the Lord knows about you. That He's the one that knows. But they will maintain the state of the world, and all their desire is in the work of their craft. Well, it's in these type of people. But yeah, garbage men belong there too. Plumbers belong there too. But this is just the gist of it. But you can get the idea that you need people like that. But yeah, back to the pimping. Esau is pimping, and therefore he's going to make it to where.
But as time went on, things seemed to be heading in the opposite.
He's going to make it to. I'm going to finish it.
Direction, a dumbing down.
He's going to make it to where everybody going to be stupid, and that's what he wants, because he already planned it like that. Since he been planning it like that.
Did this happen? Evolution does not necessarily reward intelligence.
Anyway, I'm not going to watch this here because I'm looking at the time right now like, damn. I think I talked like almost an hour without pulling the scripture. So, you know what? Sorry about that. I'm going to leave it at that. So with that, I'm going to say shalom. And just know that these Edomites have been planning for decades upon decades. This. Even centuries, actually. Hundreds of years. They've been planning these type of things for a long time, but now he see it I think it's Job 5 or Job 14. I think both. Job 5 verse 12. The Heavenly Father disappointed the devices of the crafty. What are devices? Devices are plans. Here. Wow, I think I'm going to use this now. I think this is much better. This is what I want. Anyway, device. A thing made or adapted. No, that's not the one. That's not the one I want. Device is a plan. Oh, here. This is what I want. Oh, they hit it here? Is that what they're doing right now? I don't know. Okay, just let me get to the other. There's another definition of the word device. It needs to say plan. Here it is. Broadly, it can mean plan. It can mean plan. In this case, in the Bible, it means plan. Right? He disappointed the plans of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. What is their enterprise? Their eventual enterprise. The New World Order. You will have nothing and own nothing. You will have to rent everything. Here. This is what they want. In the so-called 2030, it might not happen in 2030 because people will resist, but the people that will be born afterward, they will not know how it is now. So they're going to have less problems with it. I'm going to give you an example. If you go to the people of the 80s and the 90s, they're not with that sodomite shit. But if you go to the same people, their descendants in the 2020s and stuff like that, they're with it. Oh, my father is just a dinosaur. Whatever. So it says here, clothing as a service. In this scenario, you wouldn't own a wardrobe. Instead, you would borrow clothes on demand, which would be delivered and then returned for washing and recycling. You're going to use somebody else's underwear, motherfucker. That's what they're telling you. That's what they're trying to tell you. This is the plans that they have. These are the plans that they have. They want to make you use somebody else's I know it because I read it. I read this thing. I read this so-called prediction thing. I read it. And I know this bitch too. She's from, I think, Sweden or Denmark, I think. One of those countries. This bimbo. And I saw her with that demonic look. When I see these eyes, I'm thinking Satan. I see demonic eyes, man. Like the piercing, staring at you, but ain't nobody staring back. But as a matter of fact, they are looking at you dead in your soul. You got these soul-piercing eyes. You know, might be the picture, but still. Especially after I read that and then I saw her face, I thought the devil. One of the devils. Like this one. But it's not even her plan. She's just with it. It's the plan of the people behind the scenes that you don't see. It's not her writings. She's just a dumb bitch, man. In the time of war, what do you think will happen to her? Not me. But I'm just telling you that involuntary pregnancy, that's what's going to happen in the time of war with any female that a guy might see. And he's going to take that. He's going to do stuff. But they're not going to succeed with their new world order. And then you have another one, Job chapter. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, it is Job. Job 14 and 5. Seeing his days are determined. The number of his months are with thee, O Lord. Thou, O Heavenly Father, has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Just like the waters. The waters don't come on the land. Only when a tsunami comes. Then it comes on the land, but then it goes back. Goes back into the ocean where it belongs. Well, that's Esau. He's only allowed to do certain things, and then he needs to get the fuck back into the holes called caves in those giant mountains, those giant rocks called mountains actually, where he crawled out of on all fours. Literally, he crawled out of them on all fours, grunting his way into society. What? Yo, he said something about your mama right there. Oh, yeah. How did you decipher it? Well, we know beast language, so we can help them. It's like talking to a mute or talking to a dog. You can tell a dog how to roll over. And the dog, you know how Lassie used to talk to people? What? Oh, little Timmy fell down the well and he has blue shoes on and a yellow cap. Oh, okay. Go, boy. Go. See? That's how we deciphered those cave monkeys' talks. Because it's actually the truth to a certain degree. Because they grunting and stuff like that. You kind of know what they're talking about. You know, they're there. But anyway, just watch this movie if you didn't, if you didn't have seen it. If you didn't see it, then watch that movie. And I'm going to put the rest of the descriptions I'm going to put the rest of the links in the description box. And I might put a few of these too, just to show you that they're obsessed with so-called black man's dick. I'm not making this up. They're saying it. And we already know it, by the way. But they are the ones that are really, because a lot of these caucus males, they find out that a lot of their caucus girlfriends are not that racist as them. So they say shit about so-called black people, but you know how women are. When they with you, their so-called love prevents them from talking about you. But after it's done, or maybe while they're with you, they hate your guts, then they're going to talk about it online. And now we get to hear it from their side of the caucus relationships, I should say. Anyway, so yeah, man. Hey, you keep on making them tear babies with that little motherfucker. I ain't got no problem with that, because I know your future. So I ain't got no problem with that shit. I only got a problem when you like that female Ashley that she hung herself, yeah, in South Africa, Tunisia or something like that. I have to put herself there. Yeah, put it down like that. She killed herself, man. Case closed. Anyway, she was talking mad dog shit about so-called black men. With those, I got a problem. With the other ones, I ain't even tripping on you, man. You do your little thing. I ain't got no problem. Do your thing, man. Once that time comes, though. But just normally, I got no problem with you. I got a problem with this one on site. I can't wait for you to die. But like I said with you, I'm not bothering myself, man. So, that's you. Go ahead, girl. Find love, girl. Do your thing. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.